One thing people aren't saying loud enough is this: Sarah Ferguson and Andrew Mountbatten Windsor weren't just morally bankrupt for maintaining a relationship with a convicted paedophile, but they're also objectively terrible parents because they didn't just associate with Epstein, they brought their daughters around him comfortably, repeatedly, and after his conviction, Andrew sent Epstein photos of their daughters. Sarah joked with Epstein about their daughter's sex life, and the photos and emails show that this wasn't a distant or a transactional relationship. It was familiar, intimate, and friendly. And one of the most disturbing details that keeps getting brushed past is Sarah took Eugenie and Beatrice to visit Epstein at his home just 5 days after he was released from prison for sex offenses and trafficking crimes. 5 days. There is no world in which that is accidental, naive, or defensible. Now, Beatrice and Eugenie's involvement is more complicated and that matters, but now that they're 37 and 35, the public is inevitably asking questions about their proximity to Epstein when they were young adults, around 19 and 21, especially because they're named multiple times in the latest Epstein release. Some documents suggest that they ran errands on Epstein's behalf, others show that they were asked to show Epstein's associates around Buckingham Palace, which they did on more than one occasion. That doesn't automatically mean criminality, but it does absolutely raise questions about what they were used for and by who. And when it comes to Princess Eugenie, she's the co-founder of the Anti-Slavery Collective, a charity that focuses on victims of sex trafficking and modern slavery, and people are now questioning whether that's an appropriate role for her, given her documented proximity to Epstein and his network. Whatever happens next, this is a much bigger conversation than the palace wants to have, because the real question isn't just who associated with Epstein, but what did they know and who else did they quietly introduce him to? And as more comes out, more members of the royal family are being implicated, which is what makes the silence so loud, especially from King Charles, who's been avoiding the media like the plague. At some point, the palace needs to stop hiding behind tradition and start answering questions, because these aren't rumors, they're documented.